How can I accept my child sexuality? This is a difficult question to answer, because first we have to understand why this person even asking the question. What is the reason? How can you accept anyone's sexuality regardless of what they do in their bedroom? As a society or culture or religious group, we have created certain behavior to be acceptable or not to be acceptable, based on the belief that we have of what people need to do in order to please us, or that is acceptable to us, so we can comfortably live our life without any interruption. Our religion has said that the only sexuality is acceptable is heterosexual. Now we have come and we label all these things. We said the relationship should be between a man and a woman. And that is acceptable because the majority of people have that kind of relationship. And we are assuming that God is in agreement with what we believe. And because our belief, we can dictate to someone to follow the rules and conditions that we have created for ourselves as a human beings. We have to look at carefully. Is that the truth, that whatever we have believed and we have created as a certain rules to follow is the truth? Now, if my child comes and says that I am interested in such a person, be it a female or male, if my son comes and say that he is in love with another man, because of the ideas, because of the belief that I have, I instantly judge him based on my own belief, and I would conclude that that is not acceptable to me. Because this goes against my belief and my understanding what sexuality is supposed to be like. But the question I have to ask myself, does the relationship that he has with the partner that he wants to choose has anything to do with my belief? And is it going to interrupt the way I live my life? And if it does not interrupt the way I live my life, then why am I worried? It does interrupt my life because I am in relationship with other people in the society which follow the same lifestyle that I have. I go to church or to mosque or synagogue, and within that environment, my son's behavior is not acceptable. And since he is my son, and I will be the one that will be judged, because I did not have right teaching and I did not have enough strength to teach him the right way or the wrong way. Because I have fear of what others are going to think of me, instantly I become resentment and I become hostile towards my son's behavior. The first thing I am looking at is, who gives you right to hurt me? If he doesn't show any response, then I have to bring the word of God to persuade him of what the higher being has said. Even God said it is wrong. Then he would ask me, is it the truth that God has said such a thing? If I am a good religious man, I would open a book and I point to the certain area. Yes, it says. And I'm sure that he's smart enough to tell me. But are you 100% sure this is the word of God? Did you witness that? Did you actually see God writing that? And why it will be harmful to God what I do in my bedroom? I would tell him that we can argue this until we both are old and crippled. This is the way that I believe, and this is how it's going to be. I will disown you. I will no longer have anything to do with you. Even though I love you, but I have nothing to do with you because you are stepping out of the boundary of my belief. And since you don't respect me, I will disown you, and you are no longer welcome in my house. Because of certain belief that I have lost my child, my son. He would continue to do what he believes is right, and I will continue do what I think is right. But I will never take a moment to see if what I believe is the truth. I will never go and look. The reason that I am not interested in his relationship is because the society is not accepting it. And since I am part of the society, and I will be seen as a person of that is not in control of his own family, and I will be hurt because I am going to accept what people tell me about me. And I'm not interested in getting hurt. Therefore, to show myself as a strong man, I am willing to disown my own son. I have to look carefully. I have to go deep within me and tell myself really what is my difficulty with accepting his sexuality. What he does in his own bed is nothing to do with me. The love that he has for someone else has nothing to do with me. It is his choice. All I am interested is the love that I have for him. And is the love that I have for him is conditioned or unconditioned? If the love I have for him has about 20 items in the list, do this, if you do this, if you follow this belief, if you love this person and not that person, if you do everything that I have in the list, then yes, I love you. Now, if you deviate from anything that is in the list, then I will subtract some of the love that I have for you, and then I will also let you know that you are being loved less. Now that is a conditional love. Now if I love him unconditionally, I would continue living my life based on my understanding of what life is about and based on my own belief. And I would allow my son to live his life based on his understanding and belief. And I love him regardless of what I think. But the only thing that I am concerned is how I feel, not the feeling that he has. I do not care. I do not care if he's happy or sad, or if he's doing well in his life. If the partner that he has is an amazing man, or if it's my daughter is amazing, her partner is an amazing girl, I don't care. All I care is that he should be like me. God created Eve. It didn't create someone else, a man. But these are stories that we have been telling each other for thousands of years, and we have been bamboozled by all these narratives, all these crazy ideas that we have of understanding and belief. There is nothing wrong with your child. The only problem that you are having is the belief that you have. You have to deal with that. Your child is doing exactly what he feels deep within him or her. The choice of love cannot be dictated. Who I need to love, who I should dislike. It is that wonderful freedom that humanity has. Now, every time that we choose something, then we have to face the consequences of the choices that we have made. And again, that is the freedom that we have as a human being. Now, who am I to get angry about the choices that my son is making? Now, if I come and force him to choose what I believe, am I helping him to have a good life? Am I helping him to be happy? What am I doing? All I am doing is to satisfy the ego and make myself happy. And as a father, I think that my son is responsible for my happiness because I have brought him in this world and he has to follow my rules. But that's not the case. That's not the reality. That is a story that I have created for myself. Whatever your child does in his or her bedroom, it is the choice that she or he has made. I don't think that he's coming and forcing you to change your style of life based on his understanding. And if he does that, he's a hypocrite. He does exactly what you're doing. But I do not believe that they are that kind of people. And I hope they can never be. If you're having a difficulty living life or accepting your child's sexuality, you have to look at yourself very carefully and correct that. I do not think that your child's sexuality is the problem. The problem is that you are not accepting it, because there is the problem lays within us, you and those people that believe that the behavior is not acceptable. We can come up with 1,000 reasons what they are doing is incorrect. And they can come with 1,000 reasons that what they do is right. What the matter of fact is that that's the choices that they have made. And you and I have the same choices, accept or reject it. If we are rejecting it, keep it to yourself, but don't make their life miserable and make your life miserable. You reject the idea, but you are not going to fight the idea because you do not want to get in the battle with your child. You can have conflict with yourself, but don't expand this war outside of yourself. It is the right to make a decision who they want to love. And you had the same right to fall in love with your partner. And no one told you to fall in love with someone else which you were not interested in. Why do you think you have to right? You have the right to tell someone else. Acceptance is the key to evolve, to expand, to compassion, to love unconditionally. Thank you.